In this podcast episode, Dr. Vonda Wright, MD, a world-renowned orthopedic surgeon and women's health specialist, shares transformative insights on aging, exercise, muscle health, and longevity. The conversation explores how we can actively influence the aging process through simple but powerful lifestyle changes, debunking myths about aging, and emphasizing the critical importance of strength training, balance, cardiovascular health, and mindset. Dr. Wright also discusses the impact of menopause on women's health and the essential roles of protein intake and hormone replacement therapy, HRT, in maintaining vitality and independence. Dr. Wright opens by addressing a prevalent misconception that aging is an unavoidable decline beyond anyone's control. She emphatically rejects this notion, explaining that the human body is designed to adapt and improve regardless of age or current condition. Whether someone is young or elderly, frail or physically active, the body will respond positively to investment through movement and exercise. Aging should be seen as a natural part of life, not the enemy, and with the right mindset and effort, individuals can maintain strength, mobility, and quality of life. Dr. Wright outlines a straightforward and accessible plan for anyone, especially those starting from zero after long periods of inactivity. The first step is walking daily, ideally for a streak of 7 days, which builds momentum and metabolic health. Next, incorporating resistance training, even beginning with bodyweight exercises or light weights, helps build muscle and supports joint and bone health. The third step emphasizes retraining balance through simple practices like standing on one leg during daily routines to prevent falls. Finally, she stresses the importance of cardiovascular fitness by incorporating short bursts of high-intensity effort, such as 30-second sprints repeated a few times, to enhance heart health and overall endurance. While resistance training has become more mainstream, Dr. Wright stresses that cardiovascular fitness remains crucial, particularly for women, as heart disease is the leading cause of death globally, surpassing cancer. Techniques like interval sprinting boost VO2 max and cardiovascular resilience, supporting longevity and reducing inflammation. Raising the heart rate through exercise helps keep arteries healthy and metabolism regulated, benefiting all organ systems. A recurring theme is addressing common excuses women have for not prioritizing their health, especially the barrier of not having time. Dr. Wright encourages self-reflection on these barriers, recognizing biological factors like oxytocin's hormonal influence that make women nurture others first. She advocates for carving out time by delegating tasks, sharing caregiving roles, and owning one's health with priority equivalent to other life responsibilities. Even pain or injury should not be a deterrent to movement. Adaptations like aquatic exercise or limited, gentle strength work can provide meaningful benefits. Bone density peaks around ages 25 to 30, after which gradual loss begins, accelerating significantly during the perimenopausal and menopausal years due to estrogen decline. Dr. Wright explains this hormonal link clearly, noting women lose 15 to 20% of bone density in the first 5 to 7 years of menopause, increasing fracture risk. She underlines the importance of building strong bones early in life and maintaining that strength through resistance training, adequate nutrition, and hormone management. Preventing low-energy falls through balance and foot speed training is equally vital to avoid catastrophic fractures like hip breaks, which carry high morbidity and mortality risks. Menopause is characterized as a profound physiological, hormonal, psychological, and social transition that all women experience. Dr. Wright affirms it is not something to fear, but to approach proactively. The loss of ovarian estrogen affects muscles, bones, fat distribution, cartilage, mood, and brain health. Rather than suffering silently or enduring pain as a cultural norm, women are encouraged to seek education, support, and treatments, including lifestyle changes and hormone replacement, so they can live well and fully during and after this transition. Muscle is portrayed as far more than what meets the eye in the mirror. Dr. Wright highlights muscle's critical role in locomotion, metabolism, and longevity. Healthy muscle mass is essential for glucose metabolism, helping regulate blood sugar and prevent diabetes. It also burns more calories at rest compared to fat tissue, supports bone health through biochemical communication, and acts as a shock absorber to protect joints and prevent injury. Building and maintaining muscle through resistance training improves strength, energy, mood, and overall function, empowering women to live vibrantly regardless of age. Dr. Wright recommends a daily protein intake of 0.8 to 1 gram per pound of ideal body weight, emphasizing high-quality sources rich in essential amino acids and leucine. This supports muscle growth and metabolism without causing unwanted bulk. Many women fear getting big from resistance training or high protein intake, but she clarifies that significant muscle hypertrophy requires dedicated, long-term training, and most women will benefit greatly without bulking. Incorporating sufficient protein, especially in the morning, paired with resistance exercise transforms body composition, energy levels, and mental focus. Pain, stiffness, and arthritis commonly deter people from exercising. Dr. Wright explains that stiffness worsens with inactivity, creating a vicious cycle of discomfort. Movement generates joint fluid and reduces pain, while building muscle around joints decreases impact forces, acting as natural shock absorbers. For those with significant pain, modifications like aquatic therapy or slow, gentle strengthening exercises can help break this cycle. Eliminating dietary sugar and processed foods also reduces inflammation and can alleviate joint pain in just days. Dr. Wright acknowledges the complex and often fearful dialogue surrounding HRT, but advocates for informed, individualized decisions based on current scientific evidence. She stresses that estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone replacement can be key components of healthy aging, protecting bones, muscles, and cardiovascular health. Vaginal estrogen is safe for almost all women and prevents recurrent urinary tract infections that might contribute to falls and frailty. Making hormone choices free from misinformation empowers women to enhance their quality of life during menopause and beyond. The discussion introduces the idea of critical decades in a woman's life, particularly from ages 35 to 45 and 45 to 60. These are windows of accelerated biological aging and hormonal shifts, especially around perimenopause and menopause. Establishing healthy lifestyle habits, including exercise, nutrition, and hormone management during these times, can profoundly influence long-term outcomes. Even if changes begin later, bodies are still responsive, a message of hope and action for women at any stage. A theme throughout the episode is the mindset shift from victimhood to agency in aging. Dr. Wright encourages women to see themselves as active participants capable of shaping their health trajectory. Recognizing inherent worth and prioritizing self-care despite caregiving roles, societal expectations, or cultural conditioning is crucial. Simple daily actions, like committing to 7 days of walking, can build confidence and become the foundation for sustained health improvements. This psychological empowerment fuels the motivation that outlasts fleeting inspiration. Many women fear becoming a burden as they age, especially if faced with pain or disability. Dr. Wright acknowledges these concerns as common, but clarifies they are avoidable through proactive care. Taking small, consistent steps towards strength, mobility, and balance can preserve independence and reduce family caregiving pressures. The key message is to begin today, no matter the starting point, because the body is always capable of improvement responsively, no suffering or fear required.